A brand new secret spot has been discovered in Bloons DD6. So on the map Cornfield, as you guys know, there are 3 already known secret spots for towers, but this one is the 4th one. This is a brand new discovery, and let me just kind of place this dart monkey. I'm gonna have an NG. Let me just complete the first round so we save the progress, and I'm gonna be back in a second. Yeah, this is only my 2nd time finding this spot. Actually, the first time that I found it, I wasn't recording it, and it took me like 20 minutes to get it done, so I'm not missing this opportunity. So let's go like this. Let's have the NG set on strong, and yeah, this is a huge discovery actually, because so far for so long we've actually thought that there are only 3 secret spots on Cornfield, but there's actually 4. And for those of you that don't know, I guess the 3rd secret spot is gonna be right here. If I can, yeah, there we go. That's number 3, and then number 4 is right here. And this one is actually a little bit bigger. You can fit medium towers in this. So what is the plan for today? Well, let's try and beat Cornfield on chimps by only using these secret spots, which I'm pretty sure was possible before, but it's gonna be a little bit easier, I guess, now, although it's not looking the best on round 9. So let me actually fix our defenses a bit. Alright, you guys know what? Let's go for another dart monkey then. Let's have another dart like this. Let me just find the spot. Boom, and then confirm the placement. There we go. Alright, so we can easily make this guy into the Ultra Juggernaut. The problem is it doesn't exactly see the track that well, but this is gonna work fine, I think. And yeah, how ridiculous is this? I mean, this spot took so long to find, and actually I told you guys it took me about 20 minutes to place this thing. Well, I guess that explains a lot. I mean, the way that you can actually find this spot is by using the new tower snapping feature, which they added just recently. So it's not even a surprise that people didn't find this for such a long time, actually. Now, this last spot is actually going to be kind of tricky, and it is this one right here. And so as you guys can see, you can easily fit some small footprint towers in it, but I think you can do medium ones as well, because I kind of vaguely remember placing a spike factory here, and I'm pretty sure that you can have a hero in here as well, like Geraldo or Sod or something like that. The thing is, the placement is very, very tight, so let me actually try and find it. I found it. Here it is. You guys see this? We're literally dragging pixels over here, so let's see. I hope I don't mess it up. I'm really trying to kind of snap on top of it. There it is. I think I got it. Yes, there we go. There goes Geraldo. Alright, so can these 4 guys defeat chimps? I think they can. I think we've got a good thing going for us right here. I think that, so what's the plan for the towers? I think this guy's gonna become a, let's just actually get the top ad upgrades, because we're gonna be making this guy into an Ultra Jug. Unfortunately, going into this, I did not come in with a specific plan on how we want to do this, so here's how we're gonna start, at least. Let's go for a 302 on this dart, just so we get the spike bolt, so we get these balls kind of going down the straight line. A good thing about Geraldo and his items is that you can, they have a very, very tiny footprint, so I'm pretty sure that you can have them like on the sides here without removing any corn, actually. And then for the NG, I mean, what are we doing for this guy? Are we making it into the big trap? Because if you get the sentry, he's not gonna be able to spawn sentries anywhere. Let's get the Ultra Juggernaut for our lead popping power, and this guy's actually pretty powerful when you go for the bomb crosspath, because I think it increases the knockback, and maybe we should have went for the overclock now that I think about this, although that's gonna kind of diminish our around 90 plus power, I feel like. I'm willing to bet that none of these spots were intentionally left over, because look at where they are. They're always in like these corners where, I guess as a developer, when you would, I'm not a developer myself by the way, but when you would kind of combine these objects, there would be a tiny bit of space left over, and somehow the players found these tiny spots. They're in like these weird intersections, which, I don't know, just kind of looks like this wasn't intentional, and it makes a lot of sense, but it also creates some of these fun things that we can do as players in BT6, like, well, trying to beat Cornfield on chimps without removing any corn, and then without even using like this square that they give us in the middle. I mean, that's fun. Let's do this for the mob. I think do a little bit of damage with Jerry's fire then, and how are we gonna pick up the ceramics? Man, we could probably buy this guy into the sharpshooter, right? How is the Ultra Jug doing? Oh, the damage versus the mob is sucks, actually. Let me just quickly try and buy this thing. How much better is it? If we can get a crit onto these ceramics, no, we don't get a crit. Okay, but I'm super happy that we lost, because I kind of forgot about something. War Hero's Cape. We can actually make this guy into a super monkey. Alright, that's exactly what we're gonna do now that I think about this. So let's not upgrade him. Let's do both Jerry's fires like this. Let's pop the Moab layer with the Geraldo's fires, and then I'm gonna have a blade trap here like this at the back. Oh, wait a minute, it's not, oh, it's not popping. Okay, let me just start dropping some of these nails then. Oh my god, please tell me it's enough. Yes, there it is. Ah, yes, the Geraldo gameplay. You guys know how it is, and we're getting dangerously close to this Ultra Juggernaut, which is going to be a huge, huge power spike for us, especially for the entirety of the mid game. So I'm trying to save up cash for that, and we just got the money for the Ultra Juggernaut. So let me buy this thing. This is a huge power spike. I don't think anything is getting past in like this mid game thanks to this tower. I mean, look at how good these balls are because we haven't removed any of the corn, and we're not going to. So this thing is gonna go ham actually. So what else are we getting? I was thinking of getting the, well, obviously we have to go for the bottom crosspath on the trap. It's just that, are we going the full way to the big trap? And what's the crosspath that we're combining this thing with? I was thinking the top one actually, so we get the fast reset on the trap. Yeah, that sounds about right, although I don't think we want to do it right now because the balloon trap doesn't generate any extra income on chimps. So, oh wait a minute, are we dealing with the mob class balloons even? Guys, we have an issue. I think this dark monkey is actually gonna have to start doing some work. Alright, so this dark monkey is not gonna be here for show only. Let's give him the Warring Hero escape. We also need to start using the Cherry's Fire, I feel like, because their mob class damage in the middle is kind of weak. So Geraldo plus what? Let's go like this. We don't have money for the Plasma Blast yet. Wait, is this even gonna... Oh my god, this is not even gonna pop the Moab, I don't think. Let's just watch for a sec. It's really close. Nope, we have to use a trap. Alright, I don't like this thing one bit. We're missing a lot of Moab class damage. I thought that the Ultra Jug was gonna be useful, and it is, but it's just not as useful as I thought it was gonna be. Let's see how good the Plasma is now. The laser was not able to hold, but is the Plasma... Oh my god, the Plasma is not holding either. Alright, so we just got the Pet Bunny, so I'm gonna buy it. Let's get the Bunny Paragon. And how is it looking with all these Moab class moves? Not good, guys. I think we should probably be dumping some glues here towards the end because I'm not exactly sure the Super Monkey can hold. Yeah, it's not holding. It doesn't have a lot of pierce. I mean, was the 320 Sun Avatar a better choice? I don't think so. I don't think so, actually. I think the knockback is good. Alright, so here's the plan. We're going for the big trap with the Tom Crosspath for the faster refresh on the trap, and then Geraldo's glue is actually going to be able to affect Moab class balloons later down the line, which is going to be nice because we can set up all these Moab class balloons if we set up some glues here on the side, and we're going to get a lot of procs on the trap, basically. Although one thing that worries me is maybe damage versus the bad balloon, and maybe, oh yeah, for sure, these guys are going to go through. I'm just going to have a trap like this. That was a good choice, but we need to buy some cherries fires, actually. So go like this, and then one at the back as well. Drop a glue, and hopefully these guys hold. I mean, I really don't want to be spending cash on our blade trap. I hope we don't have to. Oh my god, we do. These secret spawns, man. Yeah, Chimps and Cornfield has hands if you're using the secret spawns. I think it's still doable though. So let's see how we're going to do versus this BFB. We only have one Maelstrom, which I absolutely don't like, but it's going to be fun as long as we pop the Moab layer, right? No more Ultra Juggernaut. Oh my god, we're going to have to dump it, but hopefully this clears everything out. And then we're going to get the Pet Bunny, I feel like, on this round. Yeah, there we go. Finally, we get the Bunny Paragon. There it is. And now this is going to be some nice damage for us. And maybe it's going to be a little bit of a breather for our tower so that we can save up some cash and finally upgrade something because we have not upgraded anything in a very long time. Alright, so how is 63 going to do? I think the Bunny is going to be one-shotting ceramics, although not sure how much pierce it has. Yeah, there we go. Okay, finally we have a round that we're actually good at with the Ultra Juggernaut as well. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so I think we can actually take a breather now for the next couple of rounds and then think our steps. Are we going for the Sun Avatar or are we just straight up saving for the big trap? Alright, so it's 75. We have 28k. I'm going to buy the Bloon Trap. I'm going to buy the Tom Crosspath. This one is 48.6, and I think I've made my decision. We're going to go for the big trap straight up. The idea is that we're going to need this big trap to essentially save us on around like 96, 98, so that we don't have to use the Genie. And then we actually do use the Genie on around like 100 because we're missing a lot of bad damage. But also, these turrets got upgraded. And a cool thing about them is that they have a very small footprint, so we can actually have them like here towards the sides without removing anything. So, you know what? We might want to do that actually. So let me start placing up some turrets towards these edges. Go like this, and then as soon as we get them out of stock, I think I'm just going to be buying them maybe here on the right side as well on this line between Geraldo and Super Monkey. Yeah, let's go like this. These guys don't exactly do too much damage, but you know what? It's going to be nice having them, especially as targets for Jerry's fire later down the line. Is this a little of a problem? The full ZMG is not popping. I'm going to drop a trap here at the back, and hopefully the trap defends all the insides. Yeah, there it is, because I started placing some of these old mines actually here on the side, well, old nails it's called. The great thing about these nails is that, as far as I understand it, they last basically permanently, and so this is preparation for like the late 90s around 100 basically. I may also start dumping some of these Jerry's fires because they do seem to be upgraded now, so they last for 10 rounds. So I'm going to drop 2 of these, and actually I'm going to stop buying items from Geraldo for a second because we're very close to the big trap. Some 45 balloons incoming, so I'm pretty sure as long as we deal with this round, we're going to have the money. Yeah, it's going to be mid this round. It's going to be mid round 82, and then we should also have enough money to buy the Sun Avatar plus all the Geraldo items if I'm correct. Yeah, so it's going to be this round, so round 82. As soon as it ends, boom, there it is. We get the money for the big trap, and then we should also have enough money for the Sun Avatar plus all of these Geraldo Geraldo items because there's basically nothing else to do. So let me just check if anything is restocked. Yeah, some nails, so let me just keep placing them here at the back. You guys know what, we should probably be placing these maelstroms as well because they last forever as well. So let's just have them like this. We're gonna restock pretty soonish with Geraldo. And you guys know what, it might actually be a problem that we're gonna restock soon with Geraldo because sometimes there's a little bit of the play to be made. So when Geraldo reaches level 20, you guys know that he restocks the entirety of his shop. But the thing is, because we're playing on an advanced map, heroes get plus 20% XP on advanced maps, and so he's leveling up super fast. In fact, he's level 18 and a half, and it's only round 88, so we have like 12 rounds to go. So sometimes there is a little bit of a play to be made. So for example, if he reaches level 20 in like, I don't know, the late 90s, then you can probably dump all of your items, like let's say, you know, all of your Jerry's Forest and then the genies, and then he's gonna restock, and basically you're gonna be full power for these later rounds, like, you know, the late 90s, 95 plus. Anyways, that's a little bit far-fetched, but yeah, let's go like this. Let me just keep placing these mines. So how are things looking? Round 90, the trap sitting at 270k pops, at 295 for the big trap, and then this guy, we barely don't have the money for the sun avatar, but we're gonna get it in a second. So what are we? Oh, wait a minute, these guys are gonna walk through, aren't they? Yep, they are actually gonna walk through. I don't want to use those nails though to pop these EDTs, so let me buy some upgrades. Okay, so how about we give the trap camo detection? And that should solve our issue, right? We also need to buy the Ultra Vision upgrade, and then on the next round, we should have the money for the Sun Avatar, and that should be about it. So there we go, absorb 3 DDTs. Jerry is, by the way, level 19 and a half. He is leveling up so fast. Oh my god, he just got level 20. Alright, that's my bad. I actually thought he was gonna level up on this round, because we could have placed all of the Jerry's Forest and all these towers. That's fine. I think we can manage it like this. So let's first off do a couple of things. Let me just place all these turrets. I think we should drop the Jerry's Forest, sure, because they last for 10 rounds, so you know, it's a lot of time. We're probably gonna get the restock on like 1, maybe even 2 if we're lucky on the Jerry's Forest. And then let me just try and find some spots where I'm still trying to not use, you know, this like square in the middle. So I'm trying to basically do everything that is an illegal placement in this game so that we can have our towers at. And let's see how we do around 95. So far it's not exactly been close. We can do a combo with the glue and the creepy idol, because the creepy idol does stun mob class Bloons for a short amount of time, and then the glue works on them. So we're essentially gonna, or if we wanted to, we can stack all these mob class Bloons and just kind of make sure that the majority of them walk into the trap. Something that we might look into doing on a round like this actually is the Sun Avatar holding. I don't like that. Yeah, let's try and use the glue on these ETs. So as soon as they appear, I'm gonna drop at least 1 glue, if not more, and see how much of a difference this is going to make. I mean, do we want to drop 2? Actually, oh my god, the pierce is gone on this glue. Alright. I mean, we could use genies if we wanted to, but I really don't want to be using genies, so it's gonna have to be the super monkey at the back. I'm pretty sure we are leaking a decent chunk of these guys. And how is it looking, guys? The Sun Avatar is really trying in this stack at the back that we have with the mines. It's holding. I'm not really sure I'm a fan of that. We do defeat this round, but these DDTs, they tend to be very annoying for us. Alright, let's start replenishing the stack at the back then. Here's what we're gonna do. Let me just dump like 2 more of these maelstroms and then save some cash. We have a Jerry's Fire ready, so make sure we dump it on one of our guys. And then for a round like this one, I mean, the trap is going out pretty fast. So it seems like the problem are the DDTs, which are moving so fast that the trap doesn't have enough time to replenish itself. Yeah, I think these ZMGs are gonna get eaten like nothing, and then I guess 98 is gonna be around to watch. Yeah, look at this thing. This is not even close. Alright, so in comes 98, and we have a very important task, and that is to not use a genie. Because those guys last for 2 rounds, and if we were going to use a genie, we need to buy it on 99 so it lasts for 100. That's kind of the plan. Now, can we use something else? Well, let's try not to. Let's dump a Jerry's Fire. We can do that. Let's see how the trap is going to do. This is basically the reason why I bought the trap. So he is just supposed to hold on a round like this one so that we don't have to use the genie, and then I think we should be fine for the next 2. It is absorbing a huge chunk of these ZOMGs. They have kind of, you know, passed them, it seems like. Oh no, that's going to be like 4 ZOMGs making it on the other side. So do we want to tank this? I don't know. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna proc 2 of the traps. It seems like we're gonna proc 3 of the traps. Oh no, we're gonna proc all of the traps. Alright, this is not looking good. Alright, so here's the plan. Let's use almost all of our creepy idols so that we can stun these guys and buy a little bit of time for ourselves. So I'm gonna use 3, and I just want to have like 1 just in case. I think setting it like this is gonna be fine. We have 2 glues. I'm only gonna use 1, and I'm gonna try and hit ZMGs with it. The ZMGs are incoming, so as soon as they start, I'm gonna have, you know, my mouse mouse over the trap so it collects instantly. Let's drop a glue right now. Maybe we got like 1 or 2 ZMGs, which is, it might make all the difference actually. Just drop like a trap, get a ZMG. Yes, we got a ZMG out. At the backline, we have 3 Maelstroms getting probably actually. Wait a minute. Let's go like this. Let me replenish one of the Maelstroms. There's only 1 ZMG, guys. This is the best run so far. I think we actually have it, right? I think this is gonna proc a Maelstrom. Oh no, I proc both of them, but it's, you know what? I'm fine with that. We barely got it done. Okay, so now this is a green light for us to do this. We can actually finally look at the footprint of these guys. We can use the genies, guys, and this is very important because it's gonna last for 2 rounds. It's gonna help us deal with the DDTs, right? Yes, there we go. All right, and it's only 1 more round left. Round 100. What do we do for the bad loon? I don't think there's anything left. I mean, maybe something like this, like the jar of pickles on the sun avatar at the back, but I think this is pretty much it. The trap doesn't do anything. The bunny can do a little bit of damage. The turrets plus the Jerry's Forest are gonna do some damage, but unless the genies take it out, then I don't think this is happening. Do we have a Maelstrom? We have 1 Maelstrom left. Okay, this is gonna be it, guys. Oh, please tell me it pops. I don't want it to end like this. Please tell me it pops. Yes, we get the DDTs done, and now it's only the ZMGs. We actually gonna get it. I think we have a clue. Oh, I cannot click Geraldo. I can't click Geraldo. Is that gonna be it? Yes, we get it done. Yes, finally. Oh my god, that was so fun. What a run that was. And look at this thing. With the 4th secret spot, we actually do get it done. Yeah, but there it is. That's it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm going to see you on the next one.